island. It's a sweltering night. I'm lying spread-eagled on the bed, but the window's wide open, and a calm night breeze blowing in. But my body just refuses to cool down after my bath. If anything, I'm only getting hotter. My feet naturally guide me towards that place. The place where I first met her. No, that's not true. The past is connected to the future, and the future is connected to the past. Cause and effect are just as inseparable as endings and new beginnings. I thought it was the first time we met, but that's not true. My legs started running. There's plenty of evidence. The way Rinne started acting exactly like her when she got drunk. The things Gwen said about her waiting for somebody, alone on the beach. The face of that young girl in the photo of that summer festival. The list of Soot Blight Syndrome patients in Run's file. The DNA test results she gave me. And most importantly...
もし、もう一度私に出会えたら、もう一度、好きになってあげて。
I'm falling in love with her all over again. Rinne! She stands there on the white sand in her usual hat, at the center of her night kingdom. At my call, she turns around. The moonlight softly illuminates her windswept hair.
やっと、来てくれた。
Hello. The girl smiles. It's her usual smile. The same one she used to wear back in those days. Yeah, that's right. Is that the reason I've continued my long journey? To see this girl smile?
どうしたの？息切らせちゃって。
I'm a tough cookie. Well, I already made you wait long enough.
別に約束した覚えはないけど。
But you were waiting, weren't you? She's been waiting here on the small beach for a very long time. Just so she could see him once more.
じゃあ、始めよっか。いつもの日課を。
But tonight will be the last time. We're each going to find what we've been searching for and end our journey. It's a tranquil night. Listening to the gentle sound of the waves calms my heart, and the soft ocean breeze cools the glow on my face. Thinking back, it's been a hectic journey. That's why it's best to end it on a quiet note. This is the most fitting ending. A quiet conversation on the beach on a calm, breezy night.
本当はね、もう来ないかもって思ってた。
Why?
だってこんなめんどくさい女の子嫌いでしょ？
Hell no. Annoying. Doesn't she mean so afraid of Soot Blight Syndrome that she doesn't dare go outside?
あのね、もう終わりにしようと思うの。これ以上あなたに迷惑をかけるわけにはいかないもの。
Alright, I could choose whatever I want. This one, so I'll go with she has the reasons. She has the reasons. There are unwinnable reasons why she is the way she is. Wait, give me a moment. Okay, I can get out of the guide for now. Last night, Kwan told me that Rinne's past is more complicated than most people's. Hey, do you know when your earliest memories are from? Rinne lets out a small gasp and averts her gaze. Then, so softly that the rustling of the waves almost drowns it out, she says,
10年前。
I see. That's what I figured.
私ね、それ以上前の記憶がないの。学校に通っていたことも、友達と遊んだことも、お父さんのこともお母さんのことも、何にも。気がついたら、この浜辺に寝転がって、星空を見上げてた。
When Kwan said that Rinne was found here on the beach, she wasn't talking about the time she'd been spirited away. She was referring to the time when Rinne first washed up here, 10 years ago.
まるでその瞬間に生まれたみたいな気がした。でも体が動かなくて、声を出すこともできなくて、息もできなくて。
I know exactly what she's talking about.
覚えてたのはリンネって名前だけ。
I recently had a similar experience. But it happened to her 10 years ago, which means that at the time she would have been. Now, obviously, she's 13 years old. I don't need to look at the guide. She's 17 right now. But time stood still for her during the 5.5 years that she was missing. It's the same as when I went into cold sleep in order to start my journey into the future. To her, 10 years ago feels like a mere 4.5 years ago. That's why she must have been 13 when she first washed up on this beach.
だんだん星の数が減っていって、私はこのまま死んじゃうんだってぼんやり頭の片隅で考えてた。いっぱいやりたいことがあったはずなのに、やらなくちゃいけないことがあったはずなのに、何にも思い出せなかった。
It was the same for me. All I was left with was a strong sense of duty, but I couldn't remember the crucial details of what I had to do.
でもね、最後の星が消えるその瞬間、男の子の顔が見えたの。私より2つか3つくらい年上の男の子。何度も何度も私の名前を呼んで、必死にこの世界につなぎ止めようとしてくれた。私はその男の子の顔に手を伸ばして、何かを、多分、名前を尋ねたんだと思う。
She asked for his name, but did she really? I tried to recall what I said first, and I woke up on this beach myself. What was the name of the one I was really looking for? Right, it was Rinne. In that case, the one you are truly looking for, the name you said first should have belonged to. I should not be relying on guide. I haven't been before, but now I am. Your mom. Sure. The Setsuna of legend. His name remained engraved in your memory, even though you'd forgotten everything else. It's the only thing that wasn't taken from you after crossing through centuries, leaving your first meeting beyond in a distant future.
そしたらね、男の子はニコって笑ってこう答えたの。
I think back to the list of Suit Blade Syndrome patients that Uran showed me. Next to Ohara Normasa's name, there was another name, Ohara Setsuna. Right, the boy who introduced himself as Setsuna to Rinne was actually... Okay, guide. The Ohara family's son. This is mere speculation on my end, but I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Ohara Setsuna, the boy who was born into this world as the Ohara family's eldest son. It wasn't just the Ohara bloodline that he inherited. He also inherited the gene causing Suit Blight Syndrome and was ostracized by society. The only place where he could play freely was the beach at night. On a certain night, a girl suddenly appeared calling his name. That moment would end up shaping both your destinies.
次に気がついたら、私は自分の部屋のベッドの上にいて、たくさんの知らない大人に囲まれてた。
The mayor told me I wasn't the first one to wash up on this island, and that the previous person brought them nothing but disaster.
大人たちは何もわからない私に優しく教えてくれた。嵐の夜に海に落ちたんだとか、3日間も行方不明になってたんだとか、いろいろ。でもみんなどこか 嘘をついてるみたいだった。
They must have had a secret agreement among themselves. They planned to turn this girl, who they washed up on the island, into a successor for the Ohara family, to maintain the balance between the three families. And so, that girl became Ohara Rinne.
セツナの話をしても誰も信じてくれなかった。そんな男の子はいないって。私は夜になると部屋を抜け出してこの場所に来てセツナを探したの。怖かったの。お父さんもお母さんも素顔を見せてくれなくて、本物の両親だなんてとても思えなくて。
This is the reason why Oran was hesitant to show Rinne her DNA test results. The truth is, yeah, that's what I thought. Soot blight syndrome is an hereditary disease caused by a mutation on the X chromosome. Oran Ramasa had it. His X chromosome carried the mutation responsible for the disease. So if he had a daughter, it would have definitely been passed on to her. But Rinne doesn't have Soot blight syndrome, which means that she can't possibly be related to the Oharas.
世界中が私に嘘をついてるみたいで、私が信じられるのはセツナだけだった。
Okay. That's about it. I don't need to use the card anymore. The girl had wandered into an unfamiliar world, having lost all her memories. The boy had been raised in complete secrecy and isolation, as if his existence had to be erased from the world. It was natural for the two to gravitate towards each other. They needed each other, after all. But that mutual dependence distorted their relationship. They met by chance, led by a false sense of destiny. I don't know the conclusion of their story. It ended in tragedy, because they allowed their supposed destiny to control them. And Rinne was left alone in this world, waiting for the real Setsuna to return. I use a guide just in case I forget. Because I feel like this game is just quizzing me about what things I remember and whatnot. And I'm just not confident in my memory, honestly. All by herself, on this beach of fated meetings. It's okay, Rinne. I understand.
でも私、セツナがいたのに。あなたとセツナは違うのに。
Don't worry, it's fine this way. Hey Rinne, I told you, didn't I? That you'd one day be able to love again. And you simply believed what I said. You simply tried to fulfill your promise. It didn't have to be someone with the same name, you know? It could have been anyone, as long as they made you happy. And yet, honestly, you're always so...
いいの？あなたは本当にいいの？
You've crossed through centuries, leaving our meeting behind in a distant future. And yet...
こんな私でいいの？
You're choosing me again? Yeah, you're the only one for me. Because I am Setsuna.
セツナ？
Many Setsunas have existed throughout the ages. The one from the legend, the one from the Ohara family, and the one who lost his life as a member of the exploration team. But I am none of them. I am me, the one and the only. That's right, I am Setsuna, and I've crossed through time just to see you. It's been a long, long journey. It's been fun at times, but pretty rough overall. It always takes me too long to realize what's truly important, and I've missed so many chances I had to catch you. But I won't let go of you anymore. I'll never let you go. Not until we meet our fate.
ねえ、あなたは昔の私のことを知ってるの？
Yeah, I know you better than anyone in the world.
聞かせて。昔の私とあなたはどんな関係だったの？
No different from the way things are now.
それ、ずるい。
It seems that I've got no choice but to tell her about our memories together. We often used to walk together, searching for something, just like we are now.
この浜辺を？
No, in a perfectly white world, covered by a blanket of snow.
雪？
The clear azure sky stretched out endlessly above us, the sun shining brilliantly down upon us.
太陽。
Together, we walked to the ends of that world.
探し物は見つかったの？
Yeah, it turned out to be a lot closer than we thought, but I didn't realize it at the time. Thinking back, it was probably because I took it for granted. She was always at my side. She stuck with me through the worst of times. Even when I lost sight of myself, turned rotten, I almost withered away. And that's why I was able to find what I'd been looking for. And you know, the place we met.
その話はまたいつか聞かせて。
Aren't you curious?
そりゃ気にはなるけど、私とあなたの出会いはこの小さな浜辺。今はそれでいいの。だってその方がずっと運命的だもの。
You may be right. The eldest daughter of the Ohara family, Rinne, and her servant, Sanzenkai Setsuna. She's right. It's fine this way, for now. A bright future awaits us. A brilliant future, which nobody has ever seen before.
帰ろっか、せつな。私たちの家に。
Yeah, let's go home, Rinne. But if she one day regains her memories, then I'll tell her everything. All about the fantastic adventures we had together. Maybe. Someday. Wait, what? Reddit! I ain't waiting, no. Thank goodness for the escape button to skip all the credits. Setsuna and Rinne found everything they'd been searching for, and lived happily ever after. The end. I laid down my pen after I finished writing the closing words of my story. Reading back over what I wrote, though, I realize... maybe I don't have a talent for this after all. Wait a minute. Ooh, we're not even close to... Nope. The grammar's a bit shaky at points, and what's up with that ending? It's so embarrassing to look at. It actually makes me cringe. Maybe I should make the ending more bittersweet. Give it a more mature feel.
あら、私は好きよ。甘い結末。
Whoa! I turned around towards the source of the voice.
ここにいたんだ。
Hey! Rinne!
出かけるなら出かけるって言いなさいよ。あちこち探しちゃったじゃない。
But I left a note on the table.
あのね、俺はもうダメだなんて書き置き残されて心配するなっての？
Yeah, sorry about that. I just couldn't think of think of a good way to end my story. So I went out for a change of pace. Some time has passed since that summer. September is about to come a close. This one sweltering island has started cooling down for fall. Although the sunlight is almost as harsh as before, so it still feels like midsummer. Honestly, when is fall actually going to arrive? Slowly but surely, Rinne is starting to get used to going out. She can even come all the way to the harbor by herself now. Island folk all gave her strange looks at first, but now they all greet her with a friendly smile. Seems like they were pretty worried about Rinne, despite everything. What a bunch of thunderies! Now that we've gotten to know more people, it's become a lot more fun to go out. Rinne and I take walks all over the island as part of our daily routine. Whenever she gets hot, she pulls the zipper of her hoodie down to her chest, leaving me at a loss for where to direct my gaze. I never imagined her to be wearing nothing but lingerie underneath. Oh my! Please wait. It shouldn't be long until she's able to wear short sleeves. Maybe I'll even see her in a swimsuit next summer. I can't wait! I don't know what's gotten into Karen, but she suddenly said she was going to apply for the National Center test. Apparently she visits at the college open campus event at the major center to the mainland for an errand, and that kindled a spark in her. Every day after school, she barges into my room with an armful of textbooks. What am I going to do with her? I can only teach her the bare basics, so usually she just sits at my desk by herself, diligently studying in silence. It feels awkward to just sit and watch, so I tried my hand at solving some of the problems myself a couple of times, but it's no use. I don't get it at all. It's a little sad how the distance between us seems to be growing larger every day. Jokes aside, she knows her stuff. All that remains now is exam strategies and choosing which colleges to apply for. I found a pretty good advisor for those things, so I've decided to leave her to look after Karen. Sara and Maria have started living together. Hey! Maria has been gathering a ton of donations as the devoutly religious regard her return from the dead as a grand family miracle. Well, none of my business, I suppose. Hey, they're together. I heard she's sending the donations to a medical research facility in the mainland, so don't mind turning a blind eye. Sara probably has mixed feelings about her mom's sudden return, but they're getting along pretty well for now. When I went to check on them recently, they were happily raking leaves on the shrine grounds together and preparing grilled corn on the cob. I smile, thinking back to how Sara, almost slipping into the fire in her excitement, got herself a severe scolding from Maria. It seems like Maria can act like a real mother sometimes. She told me she's planning to go back to the mainland when things have settled down. And by that, she means whenever Sara has grown up and started a family of her own, she must have the patience of a saint. At any rate, the island has slowly but surely started to change. Mayor Kurutsu, who now occasionally comes over for drinks with Kuan, has changed his policies, deciding to reopen the offshore platform to help promote the redevelopment of the island. It's not uncommon anymore to see people from the mainland and the harbor. Karen's old brother, Subaru, came back to the island for summer vacation, and it seems like he talked some sense into the mayor. He told me it was thanks to everything I've done for Karen, but I'm not some kind of babysitter, am I? Honestly, he's always been a disagreeable guy, and probably always will be. As for me...
やっと完成したんだ。おめでとう、せつな。
Well, this is just a first draft. There's still lots of details I'm not satisfied with, so it's not really something I can show to people just yet.
あらあら、一発の作家気取りね。
Shut up! On a whim, I've taken it upon myself to write a continuation of that unfinished novel we found in the old hut on the shore. I felt kind of sorry for it, being left unfinished, but it appears that I don't have any literary talent. Going over my manuscript, I realized that the plot is all over the place. I can't help but feel that it's mediocre at best.
いいんじゃない？やっぱり物語の終わりはハッピーエンドじゃなきゃね。
Rinne gently runs her finger over the final sentence. Setsuna and Rinne found everything that you've been searching for, and lived happily ever after. Well, if you say so. I unconsciously avert my gaze. I think I still haven't gotten used to this happiness. I've been feeling somewhat antsy for a while now. Here, for you.
Eh?
I wrote it as a gift for you. Rinne sips the notebook with a sparkle in her eyes.
ありがとう、せつな。
She gives me a radiant smile. I have to say that it's not my best work though.
ううん。私が読みたかったのは、ちょうどこんなお話よ。
It's an action-adventure story, in which a boy from the future saves a lonely girl. Thinking back, it almost seems as if the occupant of that hut had the power to foresee the future. Or maybe he was trying to write his own conclusion to the island's legend.
ねえ、エピローグはないの？
No, it's meant to end there. I wrote everything I wanted to write.
もうちょっとあるでしょ？ほら、何かこう。
The hero and heroine got together? What more could there be? Babies?
結婚とか？
Oh, wedding first, then babies. Oh! I gaze up at the sky. The summer sun gently watches over us. It'll still be a while until fall arrives. It still feels like midsummer. That's not a bad idea. Let's have a wedding.
そうしましょう。それがいいわ。
The story may have come to a close, but our lives will go on. We're still in the middle of our long journey. Engagement rings have to be worth about 3 times your monthly salary, right? I'll need to save up for another 2 months then.
いらないわよ、そんなの。結婚指輪だけでいい。だから、今すぐがいい。
We have plenty of time, but that's exactly why we shouldn't be standing still. Okay, Rinne. Right now, we're facing a future.
じゃあ、始めよっか。私たちのエピローグを。
Which nobody has ever seen. Hi.
これからいろいろ忙しくなってくるわね。式はサラちゃんにお願いするとして、披露宴ってうちでいいのかしら？
Shouldn't we talk to Kwan first of all?
あ、そっか。すっかり忘れてた。
Well, it does feel a bit late at this point.
なんなら、私から報告しておこっか？
That wouldn't sit right with me either. I think the girl's parents for their daughter's hand in marriage is the man's job. It's something I have to do myself. I'll have to put my all into it. I suppose I can't keep on working as a servant at this point and at that point.
セーブ中に電源切るなよ。
I'm gonna leave the episode here. Epilogue Midsummer.